We're live. Yes. Let's see here. I put on some. Little rainforest. Hey, Prop 9057 or Pro JP. All right, so I'm doing some storyboarding, trying to fix up a storyboard that I got notes on from the company I'm working for. So what I had to do was, it's a story about two people fighting in a field. One of them feels betrayed by the other because he thinks he slept with his wife. So we got this.
Cut it out, Peter! Hey! Stop it! Hey!
You said you'd help my wife sell beads online, but instead you two made whoopee behind my back.
I emotionally cheated on you with your wife.
Alright, so let's see. This is a skit called Peter and Aogu. Let me turn the rainforest down so we can get more of a sound coming from the Storyboard Pro.
I don't even have the equipment, to be quite frank.
Okay. So there's just a couple things I got to tweak. There's a whole section I had to add here. They're like, the executives, when I sent this to them, they said, can we get a little more backstory about what their relationship was like before? Like, how did they know each other? So I made up this little story that Aogu, the little frog guy, was helping Peter's wife set up a website for selling beads online, and then they became romantically entangled. So I added this little bit of dialogue here.
Help my wife sell beads online, but instead you two made whoopee behind my back. You'd help my wife. You said you'd help my wife sell beads online, but instead you two made whoopee behind my back.
Alright. You said you'd help my wife sell beads online. Hey, Mega Meeping Moo. So I gotta add some poses here. So let me find the camera angle that I've used before. I think this one. Just close up here.
You'd help my wife. Help my wife sell beads online.
Okay. Alright.
You said you'd help my wife.
My wife. My. So we'll break this up into poses.
My wife sell. My wife sell.
Wife. sell beads
It's online.
online.
But instead,
But instead, okay. So my New Year's, I went and saw the Roots on New Year's. If you know them, they're the Jimmy Kimmel band. It was cool. I had a like a quarter of an edible, and it really sent me into pretty far into outer space. And then, you know, I will say, like, I get like a kind of a bad hangover from, not a bad hangover, but I feel I'm like totally useless the next day whenever I have an edible. How was your New Year's? Let's see. Could I go? This. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Okay. And then let me make sure I'm staying within the frame I need. So. I'm gonna copy this. So that's not going to look right. So let's frame this so that it works for both aspect ratios. That's the tough thing about working on this stuff, because the people I'm making it for want it to work for both vertical and horizontal aspect ratios. Okay. So it should be like that should do it. Okay, which means that I should just erase all these. And I'll draw new ones every time. That'll give it a nice, so I'm not like just shuffling stuff around with my tweening action here. Okay. And I had to replace the voice too, of my original Aogu, because she was the voice actor who did it. Rosie was a member of SAG, and I didn't know, and I'm not allowed to use SAG for this. Isn't that sad? So that way Fox doesn't get in trouble with the union. Okay. Something like that. Yeah, so I had to do the voice again myself. Because I tried to get my friend Cecilia to do it, but she was too busy. And you know, with these like really low budget things, sometimes you just have to do all the voices yourself. My wife. Okay. So then we're gonna go big. This is what, oh, thanks for the follow. This is just what Jesus 2 does. When he's not starring in, animated short films about him. That get taken off YouTube.
Can you help my wife? My wife sell beads online. My wife sell.
What my wife sell. It didn't get taken off YouTube. I took it off YouTube temporarily. Because I'm in the middle of a contract negotiation for the short. Sell beads. Hey, Pressure Matt, what's up? So, something like that. Yeah, so I had to like, and I had to ask permission from this company to let me even put it on YouTube, but I wanted to put it on YouTube just for a little bit because there was a chance the short was gonna get nominated, I mean, like Oscar nominated, so I was like, okay, I gotta at least try to build some hype and see if I can get on the short list. But when that didn't happen, then I just took it down again because it's gonna hopefully be streaming on a platform soon. And they want to have exclusivity. Okay. Nice. Okay.
My wife
Let's just make this a little cleaner so it's not running into his visor here. Oops. Alright, so beads. He's gonna really come close here. So I'm gonna make sure we're staying within the boundaries here. Paste. Thanks a lot, Aaron. Oh, thanks, Sir Lysergium. Yeah. You know, Penn asked me to do that. His instruction was basically just make it look like my stuff, so so that's what I tried to do, just get close to representing kind of what I do in my personal work for that show. Let's see here. But obviously when you're working with a whole team of people, it ends up not totally looking like your stuff. It looks like ends up looking like your stuff influencing a bunch of other people. Thanks, Marby. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, the only reason why it was possibly could be Oscar nominated was because it played in theaters. It played as part of this traveling animation roadshow, and it played in theaters for like more than a week in the big cities in Los Angeles and New York. So that makes it what do you call it? Eligible for being voted for. Aaron, yes, I worked on Adventure Time, yes. Yes, Mega, today is my birthday. It's still my birthday for another hour here in Los Angeles. My birthday plans got completely thwarted. I had a really I was gonna go to Magic Castle, which is my favorite place in LA, and I was just gonna go with my brother and my friend Alex, and because I didn't want to organize a whole thing with a big party of people and stuff. I just wanted to go see magic and you know, go see some card tricks and get drunk. And my brother basically broke his foot at the climbing gym like 3 days ago, and so then he can barely walk, so he couldn't go. And then my friend Alex had already made plans to go to Magic Castle on the 10th with a lady, and he was still waiting to hear back whether or not that was still happening or not. And so I just canceled it, and I had pizza and cake and played No Man's Sky, and now I'm streaming. And but I think if the lady that it might be going with Alex flakes on him on the 10th, I'll go to Magic Castle on the 10th as like a late birthday kind of thing. Oh, nice. Same time zone. Time zones wins. Alright, so this. Oops. It's really falling apart here, but let's move this out. Let's try that again here. It's a little better. I am, yeah, there's a whole there was a whole plot arc about Magic Castle in, on that show that I'm forgetting the name of, with Tobias Funk in it. I'm totally addicted to No Man's Sky right now. I just started playing like a week ago, and I'm like totally down. I'm totally into it. At Magic Castle, sometimes you do see someone get split in two with a saw, yes. I've gone to Magic Castle probably 8 or 9 times since I've lived in LA.
My wife sell beads. My wife sell beads online. Beads online. But instead,
Alright, so my question...
you said you'd help my wife sell beads online.
Oh, Portland, yeah. Portland's cool. Well, I have a friend who was thinking about moving to Portland. Brother Rabbit. Back in my high school days, I remember showing everybody you're short, manly. I still remember the lyrics to the song at the end. It meant a lot to me to see Jesus 2 on YouTube and know that a real one was out here still making good stuff. Hey, thanks, Rabbit. My brother wrote that song. Yeah, my brother helped me make Manly. He wrote the song at the end. My brother still helps me out with projects, but he sort of it's tough out there for writers. Like if I had a show, I would have him on staff, you know, helping me write stuff. So he helps me develop stuff all the time over the years, but and he makes his own live action films and stuff, you know. No Man's Sky is really, once you figure out the systems, it becomes this like really comfy experience. But I was playing No Man's Sky till about an hour ago, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I should do some storyboarding. Probably feel more productive with my day. So, let's do some more posing.
You said you'd help my wife sell beads.
Beads online. Might go back to this pose.
My wife sell beads.
So they'll change his change his eyeballs.
Sell beads online. Sell beads online. Beads online.
On. Congrats for being tipsy. Online. I kind of wish I was tipsy right now. It's been real miserable in LA for the past like week, but the plants have really been appreciating it, I think. I actually put my houseplant outside to get soaked. Yeah, Light No Fire is their newest thing. What's Whistler? Is that a town?
Sell beads online. Sell beads online.
A beautiful place in British Columbia. Lots of ski people. Oh, okay. It's nice to get a buzz at high altitude. Beats online. I don't know why my cursor is flickering. Beads online.
Online. Beads online.
You got the Wacom out? Alright, Aaron, good to see you, man. Take it easy. What should you draw right now? I want you to draw a I want you to draw a horse a horse-like creature with a human-like face. Giving... Uh-oh, is that too much? Do you want it more simple? More simple? Let me know. You asked, I don't know. You gave me a really broad, general... Oh yeah, you know what I'm supposed to do right now is, I'm supposed to draw a tarot card for my birthday. Let's do that. Alright, for my birthday, what are we going with? What does the tarot reveal? Justice. What does that mean to me? To me, for me, justice is sort of like biased, discerning, cutting away, stability. Hey, Movera. I'll have to meditate on this one. Intellectual. I wonder what it's telling me to do.
He's lying. But instead, he's lying. But instead,
maybe he should go down a little more, but instead, hey, Paul Chunk, thank you.
Hold on, what?
It's nice to get that response for my short. Hey, Ocheng, thank you. We're gonna try to match next shot?
But instead, sell beads online. But
All right. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Take it easy. See you, Ochang. Let's see. Make sure I stay within the parameters. Oops. Okay. But instead,
instead,
just match that pose here.
you two made Whoopi behind my back.
Alright, save it. And then there's just one other thing I gotta fix, which is but let me watch it through here from the top.
Cut it out, Peter. Hey, stop it. Hey.
You said you'd help my wife sell beads online, but instead you two made Whoopi behind my back.
I emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment, to be quite frank.
I don't believe.
Okay, that part is awkward. Alright, so let me... And I might have put too many poses in that one. Alright, I gotta lock down all these sound files so they don't get moved, scooched around. By accidente. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. I kind of have to do all the voices. It's just a necessity kind of thing. I've been forced to act in my own shorts because of budgetary constraints. Okay. So. Okay. So. I kind of want to scooch him up and make him smaller so we can see more of his body. Let's see here. So this is a little trick you can do in Storyboard Pro. You press Option Shift. Alright, is it Option Shift? Shift Option? Wait, is it Apple Shift? It's Apple Shift. And then doink. And then you can select everything. You can select everything. Oh shit, let me do that again. All right. Apple Shift, doink. Select everything. And then you can shrink everything. Hey, thanks for the follow. And then we can get more of the action in here. Let's see if that works.
Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment, to be quite frank.
Alright, except for he kind of like grows. Okay, so where does he start getting too big here? Here. So I'm gonna go Apple Shift, blink, and shrink him down here. Move him over a little bit. Here. Okay. And then we'll see how that works.
Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment, to be quite frank. Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment, to be quite frank.
When I do a storyboard these days, I kind of, what I've been doing is if I'm doing it for myself, I kind of write a little storyboard comic on paper, and I'll do it just visually. And then, like, I have the story idea. So, okay, hold on 1 second. You know what? I'll show you what I do. I'll get my storyboards out. Oh, 1 second. Where is my story? It's in my bag. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, it was on my floor in my studio. So I'll put on my Wizard of Oz behind the curtain here. Okay. And then hey. Okay, so then for this one in particular, right? what I did was where is it? First I had this drawing. I did. And it's just a drawing of the character saying, "That's not my dick, it's a belly button." I just thought I was gonna base a whole... Hello. Focus. I was gonna base a whole skit based just on that idea. And then I made a little comic that's kind of long, but I made a little comic with a lot of the lines that are in it, right? Froze for a second, sorry. All right. It's him getting squirted on, him getting mad about it, and then Awugu crying, and there was a whole lot more dialogue. And so it was like more writery. But then when I went to go do the digital storyboards, I just took the panels, I like took all the panels, and I did one-to-one, you know, translations of the panels to here, to the digital. And then what happens is I start trying to do the dialogue that I wrote. I'll act it out. I've got my microphone, if you can see. And I just like read the dialogue into GarageBand, and then I start realizing how wordy it is, and I just start cutting the dialogue down to its essential elements until the point where it's like the least amount of dialogue possible to still get the story across. And then sometimes when you're saying a piece of dialogue that you wrote, it doesn't sound right. It's not funny. It's funny on paper. But what's nice, the fact that I'm just doing it all myself, that I can change the lines to whatever. So then sometimes I'll be like, okay, this line I wrote that I thought was funny on paper isn't working, so I'll just keep trying to say different ways of saying that same idea until I make myself laugh, basically. Or until it feels natural out loud, saying it out loud. And then I cut it all in to the picture, and I edit the pictures to the dialogue. So I create like a radio play. And then that's basically how I've been doing it for the past. I did that with the first, that being the way I do things, probably started with Jesus 2 about 3 years ago, when I first kind of made the original Jesus 2 animatic. I started just doing a thing where I'm just talking into the microphone until I find the dialogue I want. And then I'm cutting that to broad, like, placeholder scenes, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I did that for Jesus 2, and I really did that for the Hungy Ghost pilot that nobody has seen, and I've been doing that with all my Smuggle Brothers shorts, and yeah, that's the way I kind of want to work, because I feel like on Adventure Time, for example, when we were storyboarding on paper, So you get one chance, you really get two chances to whittle your dialogue down. When you're storyboarding on paper in a big production like that. So I would write something that I thought was funny or clever. And then you pin it up on the wall and you pitch it to the room. And you can say it and it sounds good in the room, but when you take it to the voice actor in the booth, they don't have time to, they're just going to read what you wrote. There's no rewrites happening at that point. Unless you're making a really high budget movie. So, kind of what I want to do, if I ever had the opportunity to make a show, and I could hire storyboarders, I would have them all cutting radio plays, essentially, writing their own dialogue and acting it out on a microphone, recording it, and then storyboarding to that. Because that's the way I've been doing it. Because then you don't write, you stop yourself, that stops you from writing overly wordy stuff. I think that's my current theory. I don't know if I could ever, if I could get a show greenlit, or if they would let me work that way, or if everyone would rebel against me and say, no, we're not doing this. I don't know. So, but that's the way I've been working for the past, since like 2022 or something like that. That's the way I've been storyboarding. Because the thing I'm trying to get away from is overwriting. Word. I'm gonna leave bring Jesus back here. My avatar. Hey. Okay. So then all I gotta do is fix some of the posing here.
With your wife. I don't emotionally cheat on you with your wife. I don't even.
I
Don't even.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will say, no, voice actors I've been in voice acting sessions with directors who will ask for 30 takes on a one line read, and they'll do it for every fucking line read, and it's infuriating. They'll be like, do it like this, and they just want every possible variation on the line, and it's so infuriating to sit through, because you're not giving the voice actor the grace or the good faith that they understand performance, I just don't. I'm not. I love Kubrick and I love his movies, and but for me, I'm more of a Clint Eastwood style director, like a 2 takes kind of guy. Because you gotta trust your actors. You hire them for a reason, that that they're good at what they do, and you have to trust their instincts. To me, it's a collaboration. So I'm not trying to make I'm not trying to make my voice actors do 30 variations on a line. I'm trying to believe in them as performers, you know, find the energy. But what I will say is, if you can have that sort of relationship with a voice actor where it's not really about their performance, it's about your own writing. You hear what they're doing, in the moment, and then you say, okay, I wrote the dialogue thinking something and it's coming out a different way, and now let's change the lines slightly. So I think I'm more into that. You know, try saying it like this. I've seen Tim and Eric work that way, like the sketch comedy group, Tim and Eric. There's some footage of them behind the scenes, and they're just like writing on the fly, and they're feeding the actors lines and changing things as they realize, oh, it would be funny if they said it like this, or if they said the line, a different line that was like related to it, or some spontaneous thing comes in their mind, like try saying this. And that's more of a collaboration rather than just a voice actor having to be a robot with, like, you know, 30 different inflections on the same line. So I want to be able to find what feels natural even before a voice actor gets to it, you know. Because writing can be really heady. It can be really writing dialogue can be really overwrought, you know.
Emotionally cheat on you with your wife. I
So split panel.
I don't even have the equipment to be quick.
I feel like, you know, I've never watched West Wing, but I can try to imagine what that would be like.
I don't even have the equipment to be quiet. The equipment to be quiet.
I think it's too many poses.
Quite frank. Quite frank. Quite frank.
I think just this.
Quite frank. Quite frank.
I'm trying to edit this while not changing the whole timeline. Because if you scooch one thing, it changes the timing on everything. So I'm just trying to copy and delete stuff. And then I'll delete this. And then that gives more time for this pose. Here. Okay, this might have fixed it. Maybe.
Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment to be quite frank.
I don't believe.
It's better, but still.
Emotionally emotionally cheated on. Cheated on. Emotionally cheated on.
So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He cheated on you with your wife. How do you with your wife?
6, 7, 8.
What do you with your wife? How do you with your wife? 5.
And then I think 7, 6. Okay, I'm gonna change this pose. And then it's gonna go. Gonna look down. So it's like a more emo house. Something like this.
I don't even have I don't even have the equipment. I don't even have the equipment. I don't.
Yeah. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll add another pose here. Go. It'll be a nightmare to clean up. I'm drawing so sloppy, but so
I don't even. I don't even have the equipment.
let me put his legs in here. Something like that.
Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment to be quite frank. Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment to be quite frank.
I don't believe.
And I don't need to do a double pose there.
Quite frank.
I'll just have that there.
Quite.
Cause I'll handle that in the animation. Copy. Just want to look clean.
Frank.
Okay. Let's see.
Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment to be quite frank.
I don't believe you.
Almost. Get there.
Emotionally cheated on you with your wife. Emotionally cheated on you with your wife.
I think.
On you with your wife. With your wife. I don't even have the equipment to be quite frank.
I don't believe.
Okay. And then we can go 1, 2, 3. Hold that pose a little longer.
Quite frank.
I don't believe you. Explain.
I'm a mutant frog. I reproduce through a process called parthenogenesis. I can't even bang.
Oops. Alright. Sorry, got some lag.
Called parthenogenesis. I can't even bang.
And I think that could... make this tighter. Okay, try that again.
Parthenogenesis. I can't even bang.
Then what is that?
That?
I don't know. It might have been better the other way.
Then what is that?
That? That's my Audi belly button. Way to go body shaming me, Peter.
I'm not stupid, Aogu. That's your penis.
No, idiot. My Audi's natural defense against predators like you.
Hey, stop it! Oh, ah!
You see? It works.
Okay, I believe you. Put your Audi away.
I'm not done defending myself.
Oh!
Alright, I think that's it. I think that's the animatic. Obviously I can't use the theme from Taxi at the end, but I'll have to use some... I think the people over at Bento Box have their in-house composers, so I can just get him to do it. I like using the theme from Taxi as a punchline sometimes for my animatics. It's like a lazy go-to thing I do when I'm putting together rough animatics, just because it's such a it's got such a great vibe to it. If you ever want to get into a nice melancholy and slash pleasant mood, just listen to the theme from Taxi. Alright, let's check it out from the top and see if there's any problems.
Cut it out, Peter. Hey, stop it. Hey.
You said you'd help my wife sell beads online, but instead you two made whoopee behind my back.
I emotionally cheated on you with your wife. I don't even have the equipment, to be quite frank.
I don't believe you. Explain.
I'm a mutant frog. I reproduce through a process called parthenogenesis. I can't even bang.
Then what is that?
That's my Audi belly button. Way to go body shaming me, Peter.
I'm not stupid, Aohu. That's your penis.
No, idiot. My Audi's natural defense against predators like you.
Hey, stop it!
You see? It works.
Okay, I believe you. Put your Audi away.
I'm not done defending myself.
Alright. I'm happy with it. Let's export the movie. Export it. All of it. Put it in my other folder here. Peter and Aohu. Exports. And new folder. Export to. Doink. Export. Alright, and I'll send it off to the folks at Fox, and hopefully they like the changes. I guess I'm gonna go back to playing No Man's Sky. Meow meow, my cat's here. Meow, 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 meow. Alright, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Just doing like an hour stream today. Just wanted to see if I could get this done, motivate myself to finish it, because I was losing a little bit of motivation because I was so attached to the original voice acting performance that my friend Rosie did that it was sort of bumming me out to do a different version of it. But you know, you do what you gotta do. I gotta make that money. Oh yeah, 2 more minutes till my birthday is over. And then it'll just be another regular day. Alright, y'all. Have fun with the rest of your Sunday night, and good luck with your work week on Monday. Alright, bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.